Morning everybody, here we are on Monday motivation time, get us through the week. And of course for some of us we're having a holiday and the rest of the country is still full on. And it reminded me that even when parts of the country aren't having a holiday, we've got all these different time zones. And sometimes that can be a bit of an issue for people working out when to call this party or that party, and how to schedule this trip or that trip. So time is at top of mind, and time of course is a finite resource, and some people have terrible difficulty with it. Even if you're not having difficulty with managing time, it's a good idea from time to time to have a look at what's going on in your life, what's going on in your business. How are you managing your time? If you're finding yourself at the end of the day with too many jobs still to be done, perhaps it's just a matter of planning. And planning your time means that you can get more done. But how do you manage your time? How do you plan time? We look at the clock and it's 24 hours, and it's 24 hours every day. Can you manage it to suit yourself? Well, yes, you can. And there are a number of things that you can do about that. But first off, sit down, take some time just to look at your day. Look at what you do every day, look at what you do for a whole week, and map it out. Now look at it after you've mapped it out and decide, is that the best use of the time available to you? Are you doing things for the sake of doing things, or are you doing things to produce a result? Now results of course can be tricky, and they're tricky because it's what we all want. We generally refer to them as goals. We want to achieve this, we want to achieve that. However, we can't control the result. We can't control the outcome. All we can control is the activity. So therefore it comes to looking at what activity are we undertaking, and is that delivering the result that we want? Which means of course that we can evaluate the effort expended, compare that to the result obtained, and discover, are we doing what's necessary to achieve our goals? If we're not, we need to change the activity. Not worry about the goal, change the activity. So in relation to time, we've mapped out what we do, we've examined what we've written down as what we do each day or each week. Now, is it giving us what we need? If not, perhaps we change it. And be particularly careful to remove the things that you're doing just because you can do them. Focus on the things that are actually going to give you the result that you want. So having mapped it out, written it down, evaluated it, now write out your ideal week. And what does an ideal week consist of? Well, the ideal week is the week that you wish you had, not the week that you fear you might have. So be particularly careful to write down what you wish you had, what you want to have. Now check them out and see how close they are. For some of us it might be close, for some of us they might be miles and miles apart. Whatever the outcome, practice creating your preferred week, the week you wish you had, and see how close you can get. Surprisingly enough, you might actually achieve it in the first week without having to repeat. But if you don't achieve it in the first week, and it's still the week that you wish you had, repeat until you get it right. What's something that can help you achieve this sort of outcome? Plan your day the night before. So at the end of today, plan your Tuesday. Don't wait until tomorrow morning. Plan your Tuesday tonight, this being Monday of course. So In doing that, you might find that your mind is more relaxed in the evening. Be more relaxed because you're not worrying about what's going to happen tomorrow. You've already planned it out. Leave it alone. Get into it tomorrow. You might find that you have a better day. And if you don't have a better day, examine why you don't have a better day. Is it because you didn't follow your plan? Is it because you fell into old habits? Whatever the reason, make sure you plan tomorrow tonight. How can we be sure it's going to be here? By planning it. It'll turn up. It always does. So, with that in mind, block out all the time that you have in your calendar and block it out with the jobs and tasks that you want to undertake to achieve the outcomes that you want. That means that you include blocking out time for yourself. Make sure that you have time to relax, have the appropriate exercise, undertake the appropriate activities that will keep you alert and alive to make sure that when you're talking to your prospects and customers that you're actually there with them. We've spoken before about being present when you're speaking with your prospects and your clients. It's really, really important. And if you're worrying about something that's possibly going to happen or something that's happened previously, you're not present. How do we make it happen? Planning our day. Planning your time. Remember, it's a finite resource. It's up to you to figure out how to use it. If you have difficulty figuring it out, there are plenty of people around, such as myself, who do these sort of tasks. We plan, that's what we do. And we make it easier for people to achieve the things that they want. If you can't do it for yourself, find somebody to help. It makes such a huge difference to life to be not stressed and worried about time, but in charge of the time and doing the things that you want to do and achieving the things that you want to do. There's a start to a week. There's more on the site, on the link in the post beside this live. Plenty of information there about how to plan your life, how to plan your day, how to plan your business, all for the benefit of making it work for you. At the end of the day, as I'm known to frequently say, the very first thing a business should give you is a life. If your business is not giving you a life, perhaps we need to look at your planning. Start with figuring out your time and make it work for you this week. And have a great week. And I'll be back on Monday.